Good evening everybody. Welcome to my, I've forgotten what day it is. What day is it? Monday night stream. There we go. So, what's going to go on in the adventures of Samadan today? Well, let's have a look at what's in the mailbox first. That's cool. Nice ghost effect. Let's move around this way. Right, mailbox. We have a load of expires. Not a lot of sales though. Some of this vicious stuff we don't need. So let's shift left click that to ignore those. Because we want all these not to be destroyed. Hey Emery, how are you doing? How are you this fine evening? Hey Decree, thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing tonight? So, this is interesting. We've got Black Mage Weave sales. So Tailoring is doing well. Good to see you again. You too, Emery. Oh, thank you for the chef's hats. You're doing well this afternoon? Excellent, Decree. Good to hear. So, 7,000 in sales since last night. Oh, hello, Putty Tap. Excuse me, I've got a tail in my face. Reposting, restocking, talking to the peeps in the guild. What more do you want? Absolutely. A nice chilled evening for sure. I'm liking these sales of Black Mage Weave. And the Shadow Weave mask is quite nice there for 4,000. So that's good. Oh, cat's going to be in the way now. We've got a tail and loads of hair going everywhere. Right, please don't step on the keyboard. There we go, let's open that up. Hey TJ, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well today. How's your stream setup going? Cat bum in the face. Absolutely, Tony. She's gone off now, so thankfully I'm relieved of that. Anything that's going to be due to expire soon. We've got a sale of a rich purple silk shirt. That's good for 1,500. That's good. Hey Bullywolf, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? And how are you, Tony too? Hope you're doing well today. Apparently there's a Hearthstone in WoW, like actually in lore. The people of Azeroth play Hearthstone. Oh, that's weird. Oh, your mic port's broken. Okay. So USB mic. Oh, you're going to get yourself a USB mic. Oh, it's broke and so am I. Right now I understand, yeah. It's going to have to wait. Jeff's Fab, thanks. Finish off the easy bits of flying in Draenor. Oh, excellent, Tony too. Welcome to the club. What are the easy bits for you, though? Is it the reputation, or is it the story, or is it the exploring all the areas? 2 weeks of sales and went up to 2.5 million. Excellent, Bullywolf. That's nice profits there. Most definitely. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel my enchants. Cloaks, necks, rings. Run cancel scan. So we'll get these enchants off first and foremost, because we want to get those sales pushed through, as we've got some heavy undercuts going on. This person seems to be doing a lot of the undercutting at the moment. Then doing the same as me, cancel scans. Yes, it's the way of the goblin, isn't it? Auction house maintenance. But it's fun when the sales start coming in. I'm going to run that again. Oh, I've got a turtle next to me. Just doing the Lore Master, then you'll do the Explorer, and only really leave the dailies. That's a good way of doing it, Tony. I'm kind of doing it back to front myself. I'm doing the dailies for now, and then I want to go back, and I really want to do the Lore Master stuff, because I really enjoy that. So for me, I'm kind of like saving those good bits till later. I'm getting the sort of like the more tedious side of things out the way now that I know that it's kind of hidden behind that reputation wall. So it'll be nice to progress on it, certainly. Might do a bit of that later tonight. Oh, look at that. They're the most interesting. Makes you learn about the zone. Yeah, I agree, Tony. It's nice having all that, all the storyline evolve. Obviously, being higher level means you kind of like just rush through it very quickly. But it's nice to have it and follow the dialogue and everything. I do like the kind of the story side of things, and I like that they've sort of like they've made efforts with the quests. Not that many people read the quest storylines, but it does piece together quite nicely. So this vicious stuff, I don't know whether that's going to sell or not. But it has got some nice profits of about 3,000. I mean, the vendor sell price is 3 gold, so that's not too bad. Think you're getting better at TSM? Excellent, TJ. That's how it works. You literally just start off small and you work your way up. And then you just keep on going, learning as you go. That's what I'm doing, and it still hasn't ended yet. You managed to get your level 23 paladin up to nearly 1k from 117 liquid. See, that's the thing, isn't it? It's easy, even whilst you're leveling, to make use of the things you collect whilst leveling and turn it into a profit with TSM. That's what I like about it. I've been able to do that with Bridget, my hunter, and Nadamas, even starting at level 10, has had some really good sales. I haven't checked in on him actually. Need to check in on him, see if I did get any sales from the last lot I did. Right, okay, that's done. Let's do some restocks. Or I need to double check the auction before I do that so that TSM recognises that we've looked at this. Let's do some enchanting materials whilst we have a look. Glad we're also going to have Cataclysm time walking this week. You need Chaos Orbs and Ember Silk. Is it Cataclysm this week? I don't do the time walking at all. I think I've only ever done it once. I'd like to give it a go once I've gotten rid of my main side arc of Draenor stuff. Maybe we'll do some of that, introduce that kind of thing into the stream. There's so much to do though, so much of different things I'd like to do. The Chaos Crystals are definitely under 200 now. So I'm going to take a few of these. Look, there's 99 here at 195. I'm going to pick a few up. How many have we got? 2,700. Okay. You don't really do them either. It's just during that you get the cheap mats. Yeah, I guess that is true. Because you pick them up quite easily. I think it's because you do it as part of the event, you kind of get the extra ones as a side bonus, Decree. That's how I would read it. Obviously, Emery will probably have a better answer. Get some of these. Don't want all of these, but I want enough to take my average down. So we're down to 259. We're getting there. I think it's because you kind of go through it as if you were that level before. And so you're getting all the rewards as well as picking up all the materials as they drop. Alright, 2767. Let's buy a few more. That's probably enough. Don't want to go crazy. Let's do some restocks then. So we've got all the crafts, restock, 6 bindings of hastes. That's interesting. Have I not got any on? I've gone down 200,000 since a couple of days ago. How come? That is because, TJ, I bought a WoW token a couple of days ago. Once I got over 1 million, I I put some money into a WoW token, and then I'm going to buy, once I go back over 1 million again, I'll buy another token, and I'll just keep on adding to my Battle.net balance until I can afford both Battle for Azeroth and the another 6-month subscription. Oh, of course, that's a good point, Emery, that so many people are doing it that they sell it on for cheap because they don't really need it, but they're doing the time walking. That makes sense. 6 binding of haste is quite a lot. I wonder if I really need that many. Hey, Sonic Astra. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing today? I hope all is well with you. Right, Ley Light we need. Arcana we need. We're low on both. So we're going to have to go over to Earthen to do these. Is the best way. How long do I usually take to get that 300k? Well, it would be at most a month. At least a couple of weeks. It depends on what I've got going on with sales. So I'll have a look. I would like to be up to 1 million by the end of March. So that's a couple of weeks. I think with all the expansion I'm doing into different markets, I think that's perfectly doable. If you get things right, you might only have to pay for another month or so. Excellent, TJ. And then it's gold all the way. Oh, you've got a hangover. Oh dear, Sonic Astro. Well, hopefully it's not too severe. Plenty of water. And have something to distract you. Like playing WoW. That usually helps. So in terms of order of things I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the enchanting for now until I go to Earthen, and I'm going to do tailoring first and then cooking, and then we'll come back. Oh, look at that. You're only at 1k total for now, so here's to the uphill battle. Yeah, I think that's the thing, TJ. Take your time, work through it, and I'm sure you'll get it. Hexweave bag we need. The rest we can make, and then we need to gather the rest. Black mage weave gloves. Okay, right, so this lot we'll gather, which is mainly bolts of silk cloth. Visit the guild vault. Oh, you're watching a football game and you won. Ah, excellent, Sonic Astro. Well, at least it was a good day out then by the sounds of things. Pick that up, and then we need to make, what should we make? Bolt of silk cloth. Let's go standard. Create those. And then we can switch back to TSM. And then we can go to our crafting and make one shadow weave mask, and then one black mage weave boots, and one rich purple silk shirt. So some good sales on tailoring there. Cooking wise, let's have a look at that. Yep, lavish sur ma feast, a whole 15, and a whole 15 hearty feasts. So we definitely need some cooking going. Start gathering on those. Intermediates, oh yeah, there's loads. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, it always does that sometimes when you've got a lot in. Back to gathering, open that up, gather those up. Hello, Beastie. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. How's your day been today? Right, pick all those up. Oh, there's There's loads of stuff to pick up. Thankfully, gathering picks it all up. I'd hate to have to shift through all my guild bank to pick these up. You don't understand the crafting tabs in TSM yet? Fancy a quick tutorial? Sure, no problem. So we're talking TSM4, I'm assuming. So what we have is, let's have a look. Do you mean the actual crafting tab like this one? You're on TSM4. So in terms of crafting, we've got it in two sections: the crafts with all the profits and the sale rate of everything you can make, and the groups. So in my case, all my food is split into delicacies, feasts, large meals, light meals, snacks, and I've done a separate one for bear tartare. Now in terms of operations for these, I've set them up. Do you want me to go through like the crafting reports and the gathering, or do you want to go through how I set up my operations in TSM? Which would be the most useful? I'm going to add these in the operations. Okay, Goblin Initiate, no problem. So, looking busy but not productive. Operations, right, okay, I'll do operations. Operations to a degree, but the gathering confuses you. Okay, but ops for these guys first, right? Well, we're halfway through the gathering, so what I'll do is I'll leave that there and we'll come back to that one. So operations-wise, let's stick with my food as we're doing that at the moment. So I have cooking, and I've split the groups into all the delicacies, feasts, large meals, light meals. I did this manually just based on what was in the crafting window. If I move that, so I just divided it into one each of all of these. So you can see a few of these have, some of the later ones have got the profits in them. The mat cost for all of these, I made sure that for each of them, my material cost, if we go to crafting reports, materials, and we change that to cooking, so things that are used in that, like Drogbar style salmon, I made my crafting cost is the price for that material, and then things like close that, we'll go to something like, what do I normally buy, like gem chips. So that's got the minimum between DB market, crafting, vendor buy, convert. So did I base, oh hey Costa, thanks for stopping by. Did I base my cooking groups based on the profit shown in the main crafting window? No, I didn't, Decree, because the profits are variable. I literally just did them by how they're split here into snacks, light meals, because I wanted to just try them all out. And with my crafting operation, I'll only make them if they're a profit. So if we look in my group for light meals, the group operation for light meals, crafting is a cooking generic operation. I've given that. So that is in the group above in food, and I haven't overridden it with any of the subgroups. So they all share the same operation as this food group. And that cooking generic operation, hey, and you're 89, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. So the cooking generic, I've set to restock quantity of 1, a maximum restock quantity of 56. Hi Erosium, thanks for stopping by. that's just kind of like a generic number I put in. I just figured, so okay, let's try something like 56. 56 is an interesting one because if you split it in 20s, 10s, 5s and 1s, you then have 2 stacks of 20, 1 stack of 10, 1 stack of 5 and 1 stack of 1. So it's a good way of splitting it into different stack sizes, because different stacks could sell at different rates, which is why I put 56 in. I've had a minimum profit in there, and that minimum profit is 20% crafting. That's on top of the crafting cost. So I want to make however much it costs to make plus 20%. And that's, I've kept everything else the same. And that's my crafting operation for most of my food. The thing that I was going through earlier, which I realised I hadn't fully set up, was to make sure the material cost for all my items is based on my average buy price or my crafting price buy. So some of these figures may be slightly out depending on what the DB market price is, but it should be okay for most of them because it does include crafting in the default material options. And then my posting operations, if we go back to the groups, my posting operations I've split into 3 lots: cooking 20s, cooking 10s, cooking 5s, and they're all the same thing basically. I've just changed the amount they do. What that means is TSM will go in and it'll try and post any neat stacks of 20 it can. Once it's done that, then it'll try and post any neat stacks of 10, and once it's done that, it'll try and post any neat stacks of 5. But in this operation I've turned on, if you look at the posting here, post cap to 2, but post stack size to 5, so that'll do 5 plus 1. I could actually set this to 9, because then it'll do 1 stack of 5 and then 4 stacks of 1. Or if I happen to have 5 stacks of 5s, it would work it that way. Good evening, Pointy Gnome. Thanks for stopping by. So these are all based off the same percentages for my min, max and normal price. So my min price is 106 crafting, my maximum price is 500% crafting, and my normal price is 200% crafting. Oh, just sold a Binding and Mastery. So those are kind of like the rough figures. That includes the auction house cut. So it's not going to post it unless it's going to be at least a profit for me. Hi Spleen, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. We're just running through cooking operations at the moment. And hi Mangol, thanks for stopping by. Am I on the beta test or did I pay, considering becoming premium? I did sign up straight away, so in theory I would have gotten TSM by now. Hey Jack. But the other time, but what I did is actually sign up for premium because I wanted it early. So this is what I've done really, is I've had this for a few months now, and premium is definitely worth it. As well as having the beta straight away, you also get access to like the backups being stored in the cloud and being synced between computers, which is also really handy. It means you don't have to worry about backups; they're just there. You was under the impression that capsize the amount of posts of that stack size. For example, 9 and 5 would be 9 stacks of 5. Absolutely, TJ, that's how it would work. I'd expect it to be 9 stacks of 5. But because my operations before that, if we look here, I've already got a cooking 20s and a cooking 10s. So it will use up all the 20s and 10s first. So, for example, the cooking 20s is 20 lots of 20, but no partial stacks. And it's got the same numbers, 106% crafting, 500% crafting, and 200% crafting. So what it will do is it will go through and post all the stacks of 20s first. So it will fill everything up. No problem, Erosium. I sit cross-legged right as I play. How do I find that? Is there a specific reason? I can't afford a chair, Erosium, and my TV's on the floor with my family. So how come you don't have a 4x1 op? That would have been better. It would have been That's an option, TJ. There's no reason why you couldn't. You could easily do another one of cooking 5s and then a 4x1 operation. There's no reason why you couldn't do that, but because you can do the partial stacks, it's easy just to wrap it up in the last one. I think in TSM3 you used to only have a limit of 3 operations, but now you can add more in. So you'd have 20 times 2, 10 times 1, 5 times 1 and 1 times 4. That's exactly right, TJ, that's how it would work. So it would use up all the 20s first, and then anything it can split into 10s it will afterwards. And then the last one's a 5, but there's only one of 5, and then so you wouldn't post a 9 stack of 5 because there aren't 45 bear tartars left. They've all been used up in the 20s and 10s. So the 5 would then just be the 1 5 and the last 4s. You doubt that. Simply asking, is your girlfriend's Vietnamese? Her whole family prefers sitting on cushions. Alright. I must admit, actually, it does improve my posture. It is quite comfortable. You mean the 5 stack turns into a 9? Oh, right, I see. I'm not sure. Let's try it out. We'll have a look at it when it does its post, and we'll see what it turns out into. We'll double check that. It's always worth making sure that everything works correctly. So the only thing that's different in my groups is I've added a special one for bear tartar because I want to have more of it, and that's in the crafting. So instead of being 56, I've got my maximum restock quantity to 219. You have a fractured coccyx, so it hurts sitting on chairs. Considering giving it a go? Absolutely, give it a go. You would say it would try to post 9 stacks of 5. I think it would if that was your only operation, TJ. But by the time TSM has gotten to that point, there's only, was it 5? There's only 9 bear tartar or any things left. So it can only do 1 whole stack of 5. Why 219? That was again just like a random, let's start with how many stacks of 20 do I want? And then 1 stack of 10, 1 stack of 5, and then 4 stacks of 1. If that makes sense. And then the market seems to be able to handle that many bear tartar at the moment, especially when the mage tower's up. Hi Asakura, how are you doing? So going on from that, those are the main operations, the crafting operation and the posting operations. So that's how I've set my food up. And then when we go into gathering, what I simply do is I go into my group and I'll select all of these and I'll say restock these, and then it'll look at which ones are a profit over 20% crafting cost, and I'll add them to the list. Doing very well here, thank you Asakura. We're just going through a little tutorial on how I set up my food crafting and posting operations. So now once I've got this in my list of all the things that are going to be a profit, and it says down here 11,000 profit, I will then go into the gathering window. This is TSM3 still, so they haven't updated this yet, and I'll click on start gathering, which then brings up this window here, which normally comes up here, and I drag it around to this side, and then it will have the list of all the things I needed to collect. Most of these will be stored in my guild bank. I've already collected those. And then I go and click on intermediate crafting, because a lot of these will be needed to be made in different quantities. Now there is a slight bug with this, and sometimes when you click on things they change order. So what I've ended up doing is I found a little tactic of starting on the bottom and clicking my way up, and usually if there's not too many that tends to work. And then I go back to gathering, then I go to my guild bank and I'll open that up, and then I'll go gather items, and that's where it collected all the items that I had before. And once I've got all of those, then I go in to my crafting window, I go back to the actual crafts, and I add these in manually. Now it is possible to click on these in intermediate crafting and the craft next works, but for me I'm finding it bugged out at the moment. So instead of doing that, I'm just going through and adding them in manually. It's fairly easy because you can add them in 5s anyway. So in this instance, I'd go through and I'd select 3, 4, 5. So Drogbar style salmon, we'll do 5 of those and then add them to the queue. And then spiced rib roast, we'll add that to the queue. Where's that? 5 of those again, queue those up. I've got a feeling I'd already done that Drogbar style salmon, so I might take those 5 off. There we go. The spiced rib roast is in there. Labour queue ribs, that's 5 again, so queue that up. Suramar surf and turf, another 5, queue those up. Barracuda, queue those up. Koi scented, queue those up. And then 4 deep fried mossgill, which is there. So I'll change that down to 4, queue those up. So with all those queues set up, you don't really need the gathering on anymore. So you can close that down, and I've got all my list of things to make. And then it's just a simple case of putting up a fire and then crafting each of these with my chef's hat on, so everything goes through super quick. I could use the craft next and the wheel mouse, but it's just as easy because it won't do it if you've got something in the red. So it's just as easy just to click them as they go. Most of them automatically repeat after themselves anyway. Oh, inventory's full. There you go, there's a problem. So we're going to have to clear some space. What should I clear that's going to be easy? 1, 2, 3, do all those. Do those. And that, and that. I should clear a few little slots away. Let's get rid of those anvils as well. Don't need so many of those. Is that them done? So I don't want my cooking fire to run out whilst I'm doing this. So do that, close that, close that. Make my ribs. And then my Suramar surf and turf. You bought 500 silkweave satchels to reset. Wow, that's a lot, Erosium. But they do sell. You do get some decent sales with those. You've sold 25 so far at the reset price. It was hard parting with so much gold. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Morricade, for the follow. Very kind of you. Drogbar style salmon is going through. Then the Hungry Magistrate. Now the Lavish has got everything it needs, so that's now gone green. And you can see the profits going down now from 10,000 because it's included all the things that I made. So it's adding those into the total profit. All the intermediate crafts. From the Hearty Feast, 15 of those is pretty decent. We can get some decent profit on those. Good evening, Morricade. I hope you're doing very well. How is your day going? Thanks for joining the stream. We're just going through our cooking operations at the moment. We're literally just restocking on lots and lots of food, which we can see here is completely full up. Making everything with our chef's hat. Hey 94s, how are you doing today? Alright, so that's all our cooking done. So all we need to do now, let's go have a look and let's see what TSM does with those split groups. So we're going to put all this lot on, and we've got our auctioning, have everything selected apart from the base group, and then we'll run a post scan. So you've got things like not enough items in bags, and that's basically because it can't do everything with just the 20s, so it'll try and do the other ones as well. So a hexweave bag, oh, it's still scanning, we'll have to wait for that. Not too bad, heard good few people recommend the streams, thought pop in. Oh, thank you very much. This is mainly gold making through our professions. I mainly do Enchanting, Cooking, Tailoring with a bit of Leatherworking thrown in. I'm looking to expand my professions. So I need to level up some more characters before I can do that. So that's kind of like part of the side quest. And the other side quest I've got going on at the moment is to unlock Draenor Flying, because that will really help me in doing things like sumptuous fur farms and collecting all Warlord Draenor materials. So there's a few things going on in the background as well. Right, so let's post on the Hexweave bag, leggings, we've made these, the vests, rich purple silk shirt and the Shadowweave mask. Right, so here's the spiced rib roast. We're doing 1 stack of 5. Ashari salad, 2 stacks of 20. Hungry Magister, 2 stacks of 20. Hearty Feast, 1 stack of 10. Hearty Feast, 1 stack of 5. Let's see, oh there you go, 1 stack of 3. So it did do a partial stack, so it might do 1 stack of 5, 20, 10. Barbecue ribs, 1 of 1. So rather than doing 4 of 1, it's done 1 of 4. So yes, in terms of TJ, in terms of wanting to do 4 lots of 1, I think you would have to add in that extra operation on the bottom. And that way you'd clear out everything you had spare. So looking at how that works, it all depends on how many you have, but it's also only doing 1 of 5 for most of it. So the rest of the operations are working correctly, but then what you do is add in that extra bits. You just farmed the Shadowweave Mask recipe today. Excellent, Erosium. Are you going to sell it or are you going to learn it? Oh, missed that 94. So what was that? Got a question. When putting an item up with auctioning, is there a way to make it differentiate between item levels? I think TSM4 should automatically do it, but I'm not sure, to be honest. A fellow Englishman too. I'm old-fashioned. You make all your gold crafting, old content, transmog, old weapon enchants, and dual crafting. Nothing wrong with old content. Oh, I missed that. Molten Death, thank you for the follow. So that's the way you do it, TJ. Yeah, that would make sense, just to add in another group. Do 4 of 1 after the 1 of 5, and then you take the partial stack off. Hi, CCM311. First time viewer, do I have an estimate of how long it took me to set up my TSM groups and operations? Also curious if I have any recommendations for best price formula. Okay, it depends. I mean, what I did is I've taken it very slowly. I mean, my first YouTube video, which I started way back in September last year with TSM3, that video, I was only really using TSM for the posting. I wasn't using it for the crafting or the restocking. And yes, my groups certainly aren't complete. I'm growing everything as I learn. So for me, that was the best way for me to understand how to do it. A lot of other people use someone like Shayra's groups and import the whole lot, and it gives you a one-size-fits-all kind of like gets you up and running. But then without understanding how it works, it's very easy to trip yourself up and not understand and end up posting things at the wrong price if you don't know what you're doing. So the way I would recommend most people do it if they really want to learn TSM is start small, start with it just one little group and do a post operation with that, and that's how it goes. In terms of posting operations, I tend to, if I'm doing professions, I tend to base my operations off my crafting cost. If I'm doing transmog, then I'll base it off of the region average rather than the DB market average, because if there's no one else selling it, then you tend to get a situation where you end up inflating your own prices, or you could do a combination of the two. The great thing about TSM is you can have all these different combinations of formulae, so you could use the min, the max, the first, the average, and they all give you all extra logic functions where you can just try and sort of like choose an average between one thing or another. Best advice, set it up and when you need it, and then you don't get overwhelmed. Yes, exactly, Maricade, that's exactly how I did it. So it worked well for me. For example, let's have a look. So my group for old world stuff, this is just all the random stuff that I put on that I don't really know what to do with. Usually transmog I throw in here. If it's got a price on it that looks like it's worth something, I'll shove it in here. And then the operation for this is very simple. Let's go switch back. Old world drops region average is the operation on this. And so the auctioning operation from this is based off of just literally having 50% DB region market average, 300% DB region market average, or 110% DB region market average. Those are the three. Let's move that up there, you can see it. So there's 110% DB region market average. So that's just a one size fits all. It just takes the whole region, like EU in this case, and it posts things on super cheap if there's heavy undercuts. For this group, I'm not too concerned. I just want to get them sold. Maximum, this is probably unlikely to hit this. Sometimes if someone's really inflated the DB market, you can see this might get invalid because it's too low. So you could maybe increase that to 500%. Or you could add in things like max or min or things like that. But I don't tend to use it for the simple stuff. And this works for me. You can get a lot more complicated, but there's no need to whilst you're learning. That's the key thing, really. TJ, you imported Shayra's profile whilst reading how the strings work, so you could use TSM straight away, then create a new profile and start from scratch. Ah, that's an interesting way of doing it. So you're actually juggling between two profiles as you learn. For me, I was learning a lot about the game as well, because I'd come back from missing a lot of expansions. So one of the things I wanted to do was learn all about the materials and all the different things bit by bit and understand them and how the relationships worked with each other. So I ended up not importing anything just because that's how I learn. That's kind of just down to personal preference more than anything else. Right, I'm going to do a quick swap to Earthen because we need some ley light, and Earthen's got all the braces. So we're going to swap back out and make some rank 3 braces. Then I can make some more enchants because we've got 6, I think, hastes we need to make. Anything you're unsure of, simply just switch profiles, assess how Shayra's does it, and manipulate it to fit your own needs. See, that's a great way of understanding something, isn't it, TJ? Where you pick apart someone who's, Shayra's got some really good strings and really good formulae. There's a great post on the WoW economy a couple of days ago about hexweave bags, and it really explained how all the different operations work together and how Shayra thought about adding all the layers on. It's well worth a read if you go to the WoW economy Reddit. Right. Earthen. Right, we sold 40 drums of fury. That's good. You still only just understand some of her strings. No problem, TJ. Come back soon. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go to the standard UI, and what I'm going to do is have this on. I'm going to, how big's my bag? Quite full actually. Right, I might not have enough time to do this. So I'm going to start making braces, and then I'm going to shift click, automatically resend after an amount of time. I don't think I'll have quite enough to do this, but basically what TSM will now do is wait a little bit, and then hopefully if my bags haven't filled up in that time, it will send the braces as I make them. So we've got my bags filling up here, and then hopefully before I fill up my bags, let's move that over there, the operation will kick back in and it will send them in another batch. This should work so long as there's enough space in my bags. Oh, hi Jack. Thanks for the follow. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining the stream. We're just making a whole load of bracers ready for disenchanting on my main Samadan. Hi Green Hero. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, there we go. We've just sent... That operation's just kicked in and it's sent the bracers. So we can carry on making bracers and TSM will just keep on sending them. So Samadan's going to get a whole load of bracers because we could, in theory with this, make all 1,475 bracers in one go. I'm not going to do that because that will flood Samadan's mailbox with bracers. But this at least gives me a chance to make a good chunk of bracers. Very good. Your day started with a decent snipe. Well, that's a great way to start a day, Green Hero. What did you snipe? And how much profit did you make on it? Or has it not sold yet? Have you just picked it up for now? Right, so the mailing operation there is just kicked in. And there goes all the items. Disappeared out my bags again. Hey Clarky, how are you doing? You just got it. Okay, Green Hero. Well, hopefully you'll get a sale of that soon. And you can make some nice profit. Yep, doing fine, trying to find some new markets to make gold with. Normally you're doing cooking and alchemy. Okay, need to find something new. Interesting one, Jack. Any of the other professions would be good. Hey Mr. Honkit, oh thank you Just Walk Around for the follow, very kind of you. Thanks for joining the stream. Hey Mr. Honkit, and what do you say there is when people want to buy an item for you cheaper than your auction house price, but you refuse to go on the auction house and buy all the mat for it. Whoops. Buy an item for cheaper. So basically you're controlling the market even more. That's a good way, Mr. Honkit. I like that. You paid 1 million gold for a woolly white rhino. Well, good luck with that, Green Hero. 1 million gold is a lot. I hope it's worth it. Right, I've made loads of braces now, so I'm going to stop making any more. And I'm going to wait for the mailing operation to kick in and send the last lot of these. It wanted it for 50% of the price and you were like, nope, not doing that. Hey, Almost Gombi, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Just going to lurk here while relisting, no problem. Pull up a chair and lurk away. Hey, 10th Vongola, thanks for stopping by. That's like deal of the month. I have no idea how much a woolly white rhino would normally cost. Right, we're done with Mr. Earthen. In fact, actually, whilst we're here with leatherworking, I'm going to have a quick daily cooldown setup. Pretty much got lucky. You need to transfer it to a different server. Oh, it's 3 to 4 million, is it? Ah, okay, brilliant. Hi, Goblin Academy. How are you doing today? Actually, no, I'm not going to do these dailies yet because my brain's already half in doing stuff with Samadan. So we'll leave that for when we come back to him later. We'll go back to Samadan because Samadan needs to do his dailies too. Switch back. Looks like my loading times seem to be a lot quicker. Fingers crossed. Let's just check that again. Because it was getting really slow yesterday on this stream. And I think I've just jinxed it by saying that. Oh no, it's not too bad. And that was through Tony's suggestion of clearing the cache. Seems to have worked. It's certainly a bit better. And I've disabled Deadly Boss mods as an add-on because it was just probably too big for my needs. Oh wow, Thank you, Pause Reset. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Making use of your Prime there. Thank you ever so much. Let's get some Samadan chef's hat and thumbs up for that. Thank you ever so much. And thank you Green Hero TV for the follow. Absolutely. Yay, excellent, Tony too. Yeah, it seems to work better. It's cleared a bit of space. Oh, thank you, Pause Reset. That's very kind of you. My dad problems with loading times. Yeah, I do have dad problems, that's true. I had problems with loading times. Yes, I did, Jack. So I went on and I cleared the cache of my Blizzard cache, and that does seem to have speeded things up a little bit. I mean, I've not exactly got the bestest of PCs, but Mr. Potato does do okay to be able to stream and play WoW on settings of 5 no less. So I think having everything on the SSD and the SSD filling up was a bit of a problem. Talking about that, the hat, how am I doing on my cooking sales? Cooking sales have been brilliant, Green Hero. They've been one of my they've actually taken over Enchanting as my most consistent seller. I've kind of dropped out of the higher Enchanting market whilst my Chaos Crystals are a bit pricey. But hopefully I'm going to rectify that by getting my average down. Yeah, I'd say if you've got slow loading times, give it a go. There's where is it here? Let me just find my notes for it. Real-time board. If we go onto my notes that I made. WoW gold making. Let's move this over. Right, here we go. Here was the instructions. So you close open Blizzard programs. Let me just move those windows back. Hey Executioner, how are you doing? This is for Windows, obviously. Open the task manager, make sure that agent is not running, and then you navigate to the folder containing the cache directory, which you can do a search for percentage program data, and then what you do is if there's a Blizzard Entertainment folder, you just delete it and then you restart Battle.net, and it does seem to help. I hadn't done that before, and so it does seem to make things a bit better. Well, I'll have a look as I keep opening all my different windows, but I think it's definitely a partial solution. Doing great. I'm doing marvellous, thank you, Executioner. We're doing our restocks at the moment. We've just made a whole load of braces for Samadan to disenchant. So we're going to go and do those. We've got the Chaos Crystals we bought, so let's see our average go down from 259 to hopefully 258, that's better. So 2580. Now the next thing is all these items. We're going to fill up with these. You have to delete your cache folder every day. Oh, I didn't realise it was that frequent, Spleen. Right, here come in a whole load of braces. Alright, inventory's full on those, so we can start destroying them. Also having problems when you open profession window. Let's hope it will make it better. Yeah, the profession window lag is bad. I don't think it's fully fixed it for me. It does seem so far on the stream to be marginally quicker since fixing the cache. I need to test it a bit further to know whether it's actually going to make a longer term. Also impacts on loading zones. Yes, that was the main thing I found, Spleen. It was loading zones was getting painfully slow last stream. So hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, we're at least partially improved now. I do want to ideally get another SSD and move WoW just to that one. Look at that, Chaos Crystal and a Blood of Garrison in one go. It'll be fine for a little while. Okay, then it'll probably fill up, will it, I imagine? I mean, my poor SSD is quite full, so maybe I'm going to need to look at clearing some space out. And maybe trimming down some add-ons a bit more as well. Time between when the blue bar filled up on the loading screen and the game, actually getting to 15 plus seconds, your PC is pretty good. So deleted the cache and it went back to being instant. Bear in mind you're on SSDs too. Well, that's how you want it really, Tony, especially if you're on, if you've got a decent spec PC, you wouldn't expect slow loading times. There's definitely something going on. Oh, try an M.2 SSD. Those go insanely fast. Okay, Jack, I don't think Mr. Potato's motherboard's going to be up for that. I don't think the motherboard knew what an M.2 was. I've only literally just got just the regular SATA interfaces. It's the same behaviour for you. Okay. Yes, I think there is an issue with TSM4 as well. They're trying to improve things on their end with the loading times, but there is definitely stuff we can do our end to try and ease the load. And obviously there's stuff happening at Blizzard's end as well, which is causing delays as well. Right, loads and loads of braces filled up again. So / TSM destroy. Let's bring that back up, and then we can disenchant another load. It's obvious since it loads lightning fast when you disable TSM4. Well, okay, that's an obvious reason, isn't it? Yes, I mean, considering it's not what I would call it being the optimized stage. They're literally getting the functionality in first and foremost, and then they can look to optimizing it later. So yeah, I imagine it will get a lot faster. I mean, considering it's a hobby project, the guys are doing an amazing job. Good old disenchanting. Yes, that's a good point, Executioner. If you try optimizing too early, then you might be, there's no need really. You might be doing something that you actually fix at a later state or don't really need. You disable TSM when you go raiding or do anything in the group. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, Kostek. If you're going to do anything non-TSM related, you definitely want to disable TSM. Yes, TSM in general is amazing. I second that definitely, Tony. So we've got quite a few braces to disenchant, but this is going to restock on my ley lights and arcana, and bloods, and a few chaos crystals at the same time, which should help with my average as well. You're still waiting for the beta invite. I heard Gumdrop saying that it's not going to be too long now. Soon TM, he said, obviously. So I've got a feeling they're ramping up the speed at which they're sending out the invites. So those who waited first waited the longest, and those that are still in the queue have relatively less time to wait. Fingers crossed it's going to be that. He's been saying that for 2 weeks now. I'm sure he's obviously... Oh, there goes a silk shirt sale coming through. Right, was there any more to disenchant? Yeah, just a few more. / alt up, TSM destroy, just the 4. There we go. You've had TSM4 for weeks and used it for the first 3 hours. Then you went back to TSM3. Yeah, I think a lot of people are having that issue. Is literally they've been using TSM3 and really until TSM4 is more complete, don't see the point in swapping over. just want to be able to move items from groups. I know, Costock, that is so much easier. I import the hard way into another group. Yeah, I don't miss that in the slightest. Being able to move stuff around groups, especially for me, as I'm making my own groups and I'm developing it and growing it as I learn. So yeah, it's definitely a useful feature. You couldn't restore your backup. Yeah, I mean, I've been using TSM4, well, since the beta invites, since it started. And for me, it was kind of like, well, okay, I'm still learning already. I hadn't gotten that far into TSM3, so I might as well start afresh and help out with the beta program at the same time. So how many ley lights did we get out of that? 109. With, where's my mat cost gone? That should be there. Where's my tooltip? Oh, take my bags off. Settings, crafting, no, tooltips. Vendor sell price, value sources, accounting, sale rate, auctioning, values, crafting. List materials, show material cost, want those on. Not sure why those weren't on. There we go, now we've got the mat cost, 257. And so our mat cost of ley light is 47 gold. You're going my way. As you know, you bounced off some ideas, see if I was thinking it through, logic. Yeah, I think that's the way. Absolutely, Costo. Did I miss something else? There we go. I had TSM back on. I had TSM back up on your second WoW installation, which was really stupid. Oh, right. Okay, so it backed up the wrong one. Missed last 15 minutes. Anything happened of note? We made absolutely loads of bracers and disenchanted them in Rosium, and we talked about TSM4 beta. And how some people are enjoying using it and some are thinking of waiting a little bit longer before they use it until more bugs are ironed out. And some are waiting still for their invite. Much was shared. Good times were had. Right, got those done. Was there anything to post? Oh no, we need to do our enchanting, so let's have a look. Yeah, that's definitely popped up a lot quicker since I've cleared the cache. So going on to enchanting, restock, what have we got? Mark of the Claw, and do that. And then we need a whole load of Arcana and a couple of temporal crystals. So we'll make the Arcana first. Let's ley shatter those. 99 ley shatters we could do. Probably need to just do about 20 or 30 of them. I think that should be fine. Serious talk though, spent some time today writing up a story where your character that you roleplay with was the main character. It was loads of fun. That sounds awesome, Emery. Are you going to share the story, or are you just going to keep it just as an exercise in creativity? Not sure where you'd post something like that. Is there a forum for such things? Or a Reddit? How many do we need? For 6 we need loads of Arcana. Might not even have enough. 210. Not ready to share though, as I'll enact it in game and polish it up. Wow, sounds very grand, Emery. How many have we got? 220, we're nearly there I think. Can make 6, I think we need to get up to at least 7. Probably on a Tumblr or something. Okay, Emery, well let us know when you do share it. Be interested to have a read. Why do I not use Gather to calculate my mats for me? I do for most things, Costa, like my cooking. But the thing with my lay shatter is I always know that I'll just be doing some, and so I just literally just let it run, and I get a rough ballpark for that. That's enough for me to just kind of work it out. But yeah, it's kind of I don't need to worry too much about being too precise with the enchants because I can make just loads of them. And your character's going to tell the story to her friends, those that aren't there with her, that is. Ah. Right, so the next thing we need is the temporal crystals. So I could use gather for that, but as it's just one item, I'm just going to literally run and pick it up. I think it's going to be in the guild bank. Actually, I don't know. Saying that, I'm going to use gathering now, because I can't remember where it would be. Oh no, we've actually run out of temporal crystals. Well, there we go. That explains that. Do I really want to buy any? Because I can make... What can I make? Is it worth making? Whoops. Yimp. Temp. Temporal crystal. I can do it daily. It's using luminous shards. That's why, because the crafting cost is actually a negative profit. That's why I haven't been doing that. Campfire roleplay nights are always fun. I'm certainly into your roleplay stuff, Emery. It can add a lot of flavour to the game, I imagine. Right, we need temporal crystals. And why haven't we got them in our shopping list? Is the second question. Temporal crystal. That's because I can't spell. Temporal. Okay, so fractured is 1 gold 64. And how many fractured does it take to make... Where's my crafting window gone? Move that, move that. Yeah, the load times are a lot better since the cache has gone. Let's go to WoW UI. Temporal crystal. So we've got crafting cost. That's from luminous shards. Adds so much flavour indeed. Yeah, I bet it does. Temporal binding, is that? Combine 10 into 1 temporal crystal. Okay, so it's 1/10 of the cost. So that's actually cheaper to buy the fractured ones, because that would be 10 gold 64, or 16 gold rather than 23 gold. So it's actually cheaper to buy the fractured ones than it is to buy the regular ones for 23. Temporal bindings. Oh no, that's something different. That's the primal one. What am I thinking? It's this I want to do, is that you just make those by clicking on them. So it is 10. There we go, I was looking at the wrong thing. My mistake. Alright, yeah, I definitely want to buy these up then. Let's buy up a load of these. One of those. Where shall I leave it at? That 3 stack of 1 that I see here, I'm going to keep. I'm going to buy around that. I'm going to buy the 3 stacks of 100. And the 1 stack of 4, 1 stack of 9. Leave that one on. Buy the 6, 18, and the 2 of 50. Actually, that should stock me up plenty. So looking at that, I'll go pick those up. I probably need to actually look at my material cost for temporal crystals and see what's going to be the cheapest way of doing that. So let's pick up all of those. And let's make one into a temporal crystal. Let's make a couple. There we go. So what I can do now is look at my material costs for temporal crystals. So professions, materials, enchanting. So this is worth just checking my price sources, because you want to make sure that TSM's making use of whatever you're using. So temporal crystals are currently at 17 gold 51, which looks like it's using the crafting or the convert DB market. That's the price it's using. So I'm going to use that as well. But I'm also going to add in average buy, because I sometimes might buy temporal crystals. So average buy. So we're going to add that in to our temporal crystal price. Close that. So looking at that, our fractured temporal crystal price, which is not in here because it's not actually used as an exact reagent, because it's made out of that one, which is why it's not in there. That would make sense. I wonder if it's in here in the full list. No, it's not in there. So basically it doesn't come in the crafting list because it's one step too far away. That's fine. But what we do need to do is make a shopping operation for that. So the simplest way to do a shopping operation is to add it into my favorite shopping. I'm going to add in, we could add in fractured and temporal crystals, but I want to be able to compare them side by side. So what I'm actually going to do is make a new shopping group and call it temporal crystal. And I'm going to add in fractured and the temporal ones, and I can look at them side by side. I don't need to get fancy with all my shopping operations. I'm just going to actually not use average buy. I'm going to make a new one and just use DB market for this one. I'm going to override that one, and I'm going to call this create new operation. I'm going to call this shopping DB market, and then the maximum auction price will be DB market, and that way I can just look at those quite easily, see what percentage they're at. If you go on and have a look, the easiest way to look at this will be shopping temporal crystal, turn that on, run shopping scan, and the two of them will be up. Now the other option is also to look into the daily cooldowns, because that could be an option in the future if like this wasn't a tenth of that. So maybe I'd also want to add in the thing that you need for the temporal crystals, which is going to be WoW UI temporal. This one needs the luminous shards, because at the moment, see, the mat cost for that is based off of something else, and the luminous shards are coming in at 17 gold mat cost, but my average purchase price of luminous shards is actually quite a bit less than that. It's 6 gold. There's two things I need to do here. One is change my mat cost of luminous shards to include my average purchase price, and the second thing is to add luminous shards into that shopping group. Where have I got these? They're in the guild vault. Okay, so I'm going to go pick those up first so I can add them to a group easily. Ooh, excuse me, itchy nose. Pardon my theory crafting as I go through setting up this operation. It's kind of good to think things out aloud. Luminous. Those doohickeys. So I want some of those. I'm going to look into my material cost first. So going into materials and enchanting, let's have a look for luminous shard, which is here, and we want to add in the same average buy for the minimum. Now I could just set that to average buy, which I do for a lot of things if I know that's the only way I'm going to get them, I just want to include that for now. And then look in my group and add in temporal crystals. And luminous shards must be somewhere else because they're not in there. So if I look to see where they've been put, they're in favourite shopping good stuff. Okay, so they're already in a favourite shopping group. They just haven't been assigned into this one. So they're in the good stuff group already. So the easiest way to take it from here and put it into here is we could actually just drag that up as a subgroup of that one. Take that and then take that one out, I believe. Luminous shard. Or is it the other way around? It might be the other way around. There we go. We take that. We look at the parent items. There we go. It's the other way around. Take that and drop it in there. Then we pop it back out and it's there. The day I pick up engineering, we'll need a pillow and a pot of tea. It'll make my brain sizzle. Oh god, I can imagine that. Engineering has so many different processes to it, doesn't it? The process to make one explosive sheep is just mind-boggling. Oh, can you imagine my real-time board? Oh, it's helped for you as well, Jack. Excellent. I'm glad that's worked out. So that's maybe something, if it starts slowing down, we give it a go, and hopefully that'll at least keep it usable, because it was getting to be really, really slow. Good evening, Detonite. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you've had a good day. I'm just going through and organising some groups here on temporal crystals and all of the things we can do to get temporal crystals. You can either buy stuff at vendor, and that's not for sale always, okay, but TSM thinks it is. Oh, that could be interesting. The cache in the WD folder, no, Sonicastra, it's actually the whole Blizzard program data cache. I'll bring up the thing I had before because it showed where it was. Oh, I've got two of them open now. Don't need that one. Where's my other one? There it is, gold making. Actually, really want to level up your hunter so she can go and get herself some engineering. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll put this up here for you, Sonicastra. It's literally the whole Blizzard Entertainment folder in the program data. That really slows down. If you clear that, if you delete it, then you can. It seems to speed up all the loading times. So bronze bar you don't buy, copper bar you don't buy, tin bar you don't buy. Right, sounds like there's a lot of different process to it. God, can you imagine me getting my head around that? Dual crafting, leatherworking, tailoring and enchanting. Yeah, those are good professions, Emery. I do want to expand into engineering, definitely. So you buy the ores to make a bronze tube. Right, okay, so it is really quite complicated. So literally, once you've done that, Sonicastra, and you've deleted the program data, then you can basically, it seems, at the moment, to speed up everything. Certainly, I've found results here since I've done that. It does seem to be faster, and Jack's found the same. So hopefully, for more people, it's a consistent fix for the slow loading times for now, until all the Blizzard and TSM side things get fixed as well. And then we'll be smooth as butter, I'm sure. So now, looking at my enchanting, how's that looking in terms of the temporal crystal daily cooldown? Is that a profit now? Yes. See, now the temporal crystal is a profit because my luminous shard price is based off my average purchase price. There we go. Can you show it again? You've got to take a screenshot. No problem. Pandals? Is that pandalas or pandals? Not sure which one it is. Let me just add this to my favourites, because I'm going to do this as a daily cooldown now. Let's close that. There we go. We've got temporal crystal here. That's a profit, so we're going to create one of those. So, where's that window gone? No, it's not that one. That's my loots one. That's that one. Right, there we go. So you close anything that's open at the moment, any Blizzard programs. You go into the task manager and you make sure agent.exe isn't running, which is the Blizzard update agent. So everything's killed, all the Blizzard stuff's killed, and then you have to go into the percentage program data folder, which you can find by pressing the Windows key and R, and then pasting that in. And then if there's a Blizzard Entertainment folder, you just delete it and then restart everything, and that should work. Hopefully. Cool, no problem. There we go. Back we are. Back onto Enchanting. I forgot to open that up. See how much quicker that is to open up. It's definitely helped. I mean, I've also done other things, such as that's still loading. It's got a bug on that. I'm going to have to do a / reload for that. / reload. Did that work? / reload. There we go. That worked. So it's in C program files, World of Warcraft folder, and delete the cache folder. Don't forget to turn off WoW before doing that. Yeah, that's a slightly different method for me, Jack. I use the Blizzard one, but I think it should be the same. You can make gold in mining without actually mining. You just buy and smell old world ores. Well, it's the whole time is money thing, isn't it, Detonite? You spend your time doing the smelting, and that's how it works. And that fixed the loading for you. Okay, excellent. It's the same thing, is it, Jack? Right, okay, that's cool. There's my gift of versatility, done. So Samadan has done all the things I wanted to do on the auction house for restocks now. We've got all that set up. Just going to run through posting of anything. What have we got? The Binding of Masteries. Those are a little bit of a profit. Haste is 476 profit. Claw 469. Versatility 510. So that's not too bad. Hopefully we can get some sales with those. Right, let's go. There's some things I need to pick up from the regular bank, I believe.
How are you?
Which is my prepared ingredients, I think. Where is it in my regular one? What's it called? Broken Isles recipe scrap. That's it. There they are. I need those. So I've got them. Give that guy some shoes. He needs some shoes and a hat. It's winter. He needs a coat. Doesn't it know it's cold on this cobblestone floors? Can we make any slippers? Hold on, let's have a look. Maybe some nice slippers. What can we make? Silkweave slippers. Requires level 106. What about hexweave slippers? Requires 91. Saviour's slippers. Oh, they look quite cool. Requires 80. Anything that doesn't require level? No, they all require level 80. The antique are the lowest options. Yeah, they all require Let's just take everything off and look for something in the boots. Cloaks, boots. What have we got? Some sandals? No. Something that would be quite nice. Try shoes or boots. Yeah, we definitely need something. I mean, linen boots are the simple ones, but we want to go a little bit fancier than that. Red woolen boots might go nicely. Or shadow weave boots. That's 43. Didn't actually see what level he was. Oh, he's gone. Hold on. After all that looking, we might have lost him. Where's our banker chap gone? You sell a lot of the nice dress shoes. Ooh, they sound interesting. Don't think I've got any of those. Are they unlearned? Nice. No. Dress shoes. Here we are. From Tanneres. From the vendor in Tanneres. Haughty Modiste. See, this goes to show I really need to collect up some more recipes. Maybe I'll do that for another stream, is just go around and collect up a lot of my unlearned recipes, because I know I've got a lot missing. But for now, I'm gonna pop back to Dalaran. Go see Nomi. See how Nomi's doing. I guess people often forget their feet when they're doing transmog, but it's an important part of the outfit, I guess. Depends what you're wearing, whether it's a robe or anything that covers it up. What you got for me today, Nomi? Just prepared ingredients. Okay.
Take your time. Enjoy.
Oh, we don't seem to have any cursed queenfish on us.
May the mists protect you.
Okay, we're going to get some more. You bought last week the Shadow Weave Mask Recipe for under 5k. Wow, that's brilliant, Costoke. How much are the masks themselves selling for you? I remember paying... I can't remember how much I paid for it now. I think it was maybe 10,000. Where's all my cursed queenfish? I'm running low on this, actually. Oh, someone reset them back up to 78k. Wow. So you got them for a really good bargain. They go for a lot on your main server. You're leveling a tailor on a PvP server. So, oh, wow. So how many servers are you on, Costo? You found the recipe today in 15 minutes and it sells for 40k. Yeah, that was pretty good, Erosium. Hey, Shin. How are you doing? Hope you have had a good day today. Did I open that? No, I didn't. There we go. Create all work orders, another 5. There we are. It's not even able to learn the recipe right now. Oh, okay.
There is no hurry.
You've got five different servers. That's just amazing, Costo. I haven't got that much diversity, but that's pretty amazing. Hey, Robster Hughes from Texas, watching you on your school lunch break. Think you're a good player, wish you could play a lot, but Mum makes me do math a lot. Trying to get better grades. Sound like Harry Potter, your voice is cool. Well, thank you, Robbie. It's very kind of you. Yes, I am from England, and I do sound a little bit English, shall we say. Glad you're home from work. Excellent, Shin. It's been a tough day today. Did you get caught out in lots of rain? Nomi eats most of what I give him to learn from. I think he does. Nomi eats everything. And then he burns the rest. So we're struggling to get that last recipe. We're close. We're very close because we've got 8 recipe scraps. And we just need 2 more. And then we can finally finish with Nomi. And on this server you have 1 character. The rain was a pain, was it, Shin? Well, at least you're home and dry now. You have 1 character, a level 42 Skinner Tailor. Well, that's an interesting combo. Listen to your mum, there will be plenty of time for games. But also, learning about gold does help with your math skills, because it's all about working out the relationship between numbers and profit and loss, which is, you know, really handy. What did we get? We got a load of gold, which is good. Does anyone else do that when they press space and they keep pressing space and they end up jumping on the last mission? You go like that. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's that there. Hey, Scorchane. Oh, you've already been in, haven't you? I'm duplicating my hellos. I'm forgetting who's come in the chat and who hasn't. I'll give you a hello again anyway. Multiple hellos. Dinner time for you, Emery. Okay, well, take care. And hopefully see you again soon. I should be still on for another couple of hours, so hopefully see you back later. Yeah, you do that because you keep spamming the spacebar. Yeah, I think it's a common thing, isn't it? Want to buy the recipe for cucumber beer, Jack? Yeah, I saw Shin's face on that one. I don't think he's mightily impressed with that one. You're not sharing your awesome beers. Defiled Augment Rune, don't really want those. Let's maybe do... Let's get some Primal Shal'dorei. And nothing else really worth doing. So I'll leave that. Space works. Yeah, Tony too. You literally, when you're going on the completed missions, you just tap space and it goes through them really quickly. You got your own drink. Did someone expire? No, they didn't expire, so we're okay with that one. Oh, we do need to add some armor stuff to these. Which one is it? Not that one, not that one. Champion's item level to 925. So you're 925 already. We'll have to do the other ones. They're currently engaged. I should have done that first. Drastically increase your sales on parts plus by setting material price for herbs around 70% of the market value, which results in really low crafting cost. Because you farm the herbs yourself with multi-boxing, you get 5 times the amount, so you could go down even 20% market value, but then your gold per hour would be pretty low, so you settle for 70%. That's an interesting tactic, Executioner. So you're basically, you're in a way forcing the market value lower, knowing that you can get a very good supply because you have the advantage of 5 times the amount with multi-boxing. And then you can literally craft them as well and make even more. That's interesting. Let's see, there's a reason for posting stuff lower rather than just undercutting by 1. Because you've kind of got the excess of materials, and so long as the demand's there and people are buying them enough, then you know you can make the gold you want through extra sales. I like it. Oh, there's a 3 bloods there for a silkweave hood. Have we got much silkweave? I'm not sure we have. No, we've got 6. That's a pain. Can I make a silkweave hood at least? Let's have a look. Oops. Oh, do that again. No, we have to do a reload. /reload. There we go. We always want to be the cheapest. No need to lower the value. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, is being the cheapest means you get the sales. And then buy the cheaper ones and reuse them yourself. Where's my drink gone? I'll run out of drink, so I have to stop and get some in a minute. Wish someone would farm herbs vanilla on your server. Yeah, That's the thing is, different servers have got so much different supply and demand on, haven't they? Your mum's just trying to help you. Absolutely, Robbie. I think that's, I think it's sound advice. You have to get the herbs yourself just for a swiftness person. Okay, well that increases your time, which therefore, if there's not that many, then at least it increases your profits, I guess, if you add those in. Right, we were looking for, what was the thing? Silkweave hood, that's right. I keep forgetting. Profession loading. Does seem to be having a problem with loading the profession. There we go. Silkweave hood. Can't quite make enough because we need 16 shal'dorei silk for the 3 bloods. 16's quite a lot. Well, that's a crafting cost of 79 gold. So that's decent. Can you export your accounting data somehow? I believe you can, Kostek. Catch you later, Shin. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoy your food. I think it's now in import-export. No, it's not. It's in accounting. Oh, no, it's not. I know where it is. It's in the TSM application, Kostek. If you go... Where's my TSM application? If you go into your TSM application and look in your settings, there's a tab, I'm sure, that lets you export your accounting data to a CSV format. I remember seeing it when I was fiddling around with TSM. Try that. Alright, I'm just going to have a quick bio break and get some more water. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, we're back. Right, you are. Okay, thanks for waiting, everyone. So, where was I at? I was going to look at getting some silk because I didn't have enough, and I haven't done any shopping. But actually, what I'm going to have to go back do is go back to the auction house. I'll do it the easy way. I'm just going to port down here. That should be the easier way. Save my hearthstone. And then we can hop around and do a little flight. Hop over to our Dwarven district again. Pick up some silk. We need to do some shopping operations, so let's go and have a look and see what sort of things we can buy. And then we can head back to Dalaran and do a few more world quests, and then go over to our Walls of Draenor side of things and do some Garrison stuff. That's the plan, the loose plan. Right, shopping. So let's start with cloth and cloth bolts. Any good items here? We do have a good stock of most things. I'm looking to restock on wind wool if I can, if there's a decent amount of that. And if there's any cheap fell cloth, we'll look at mage weave at 502%. Mind you, it's only 55 silver, so it's not exactly expensive. Hey Braindead, how are you doing? Wondering if there is a way, say someone wanted to ask you a question for my help, but one-on-one, they could message you. Did not know if Twitch or Discord lets one do that. You can through, I think the Twitch messaging system is fairly limited. But Discord is certainly good. I do have a Discord channel invite down on my main Twitch page. If you scroll down on Twitch, there's a Discord invite there. And that's probably the easiest way to get hold of me, through the Discord messaging system. But yeah, I'm happy to help out if I can, and I know the answer. So silk we wanted, but it's at 5 gold 94. A little bit pricey for my desires at this point. So I'm going to leave that, which means I'm going to leave that Bloods quest a little bit. You're doing well? Excellent, good to hear. Frostweave, wool, yeah, they're all decent quantities. That's fine, we'll leave those. Let's have a look at the good stuff. What's in the good stuff? I try and keep my oh look, Spirit of Harmony, 78 gold. That's cheap. It's 23 of them at 78 gold. Quick, wait for the scan to finish. This is why I don't like to have too many shopping items in one group, because I don't want to have too many pages to scan if I see a bargain like that. There we go, Spirit of Harmony. Right, gonna buy that. What else have we got? What's next? Sumptuous Fur, 4 gold 53. It's a little bit expensive. Haunting Spirits 100. Eternal Life, these we've got some of anyway. 98 Eternal Life. About half price though. Let's buy some. And a couple of those. One of those. Nothing else we really need. Shadow Silk's quite expensive. I'm going to need some more of that. I've got 17 left. But it's 149 gold. It's a really good price for Spirit of Harmony. Yeah, it is. The moats are somewhere. The moats are here at 6 gold. And you need 10 moats. Actually, that's not bad either. 10 moats at 6 gold. Using Shay's TSM group and operations, do you need to change anything for low pop servers? I don't think so, Mylomia. It should be a one group fits all. I don't know about Shayra's operations though. Buy all up to 300 for the spirits, or the spirits are already at 330, so it was just that one cost, Dirk. So yes, thank you for stopping by, Myeloma. I don't think you should have to change Shayra's. So just comparing my Spirit of Harmony at 330, the Mote of Harmony at 6 gold, to me seems really cheap by comparison. It should be more like here or less. There's loads of motes for effectively under 300. So I'm going to buy the super cheap ones, the 9 and the 17. Wasn't sure if it did or not. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, obviously, it all comes down to knowing your markets and knowing how the prices actually are in your realm, whether it's low pop or high pop. That's why I generally, personally, make all my groups from scratch, and I start small. Yeah, 10 motes of 1 Spirit of Harmony, so that was a decent enough price compared to like 25 gold for that. So 330 Spirit of Harmony, so therefore more motes is more money. It's cheaper. Anything under 29. What's my average purchase price? See, my average purchase price of motes of Harmony is 4 gold. That's a pretty good buy already. Even though it's saying the percentage is over my average buy. Am I making shadow weave masks? Yes, I am, Bullywolf. I'm selling one at a time. I sold one yesterday, in fact. And I put a fresh one on this morning. No, this evening. So yeah, they're doing all right. Might just be your server then. Well, what are you getting differences wise, Mylomia? Is it something that's not kind of like looking right? Up to 30 gold you do without even thinking. Oh, there we go, Costo. So that's the advice from an expert. So would you buy up all of these? I think I might. That's very close to 300. I'm going to buy a few at the lower price. So stuff that's going to be equivalent of 250 or 260. I'm going to leave one on though to keep the price low. I'm going to buy that. It just seems that your auctions don't sell. Okay. How do they compare against everyone else? Are you the cheapest would be the first thing I look at. And how quickly does someone become the cheapest? And what's the sale rate of the item that you're selling? Buy stuff when it's cheap, use for later when crafting equals more profit. Exactly, almost Gombi. That's the mantra of the good goblin. And if you can get it super cheap, even better. Can't believe I got some for 4 gold 47, which is why this percentage is so high. I ought to really put these motes and spirits in a separate group. That's probably going to be easier. Can you work out what it is worth to make a magnificent hide? If I switch over to Urfan, I can, because he's got the magnificent hide. Because can you make a magnificent hide from... Let's have a look. In leatherworking. Let's swap over. Good evening, Commander Bond. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. So looking at magnificent leather. So can you get... Oh, that's where you can use the primal spirits for. Okay. Because magnificent hides at the moment. You do the exotic daily. Yes, I've done that one. I'm doing that one with Urfan. Oh, there is some good exotic there though. That's cheap. Look at that. 200 for 1 gold. I normally buy that at 4.99. I'm going to buy that quickly. How much more exotic is there? Someone's been farming it. Yeah, buy that 96. One moment, I'll just check my text messages. There we go. Oop, I can hear that going through. There we go. Yeah, so magnificent leather is 125 gold. Get those prismatics at 60 silver. I've not been buying many, so yeah. Okay, I'll take you up on that. You're more the expert on these. Yeah, 60 silver, there's only 9 of one. Come on, snipe them. I can imagine you jumping up and down Kosturk saying, buy, buy, buy. What about the 1 gold 86? Is that worth it? There's only 2 of them. What's the region market average is 14, so that seems pretty cheap. The region sale is 7. I'll need tons later for earthen. Right, okay. Right, I'm gonna buy everything up. You do the same here. Okay, almost combi. See, I don't know the values of much of the leather, so it's still very much new to me which ones are going to be worth picking up or stocking up on. It's the magnificence I want to be able to make, absolutely. So getting that exotic was quite good. You want to buy it, all the leathers on my server, anything under 5 gold. Yeah, the Borean's doing quite well. I'm going to buy some of this. This seems quite cheap. So I'm going to get the 25. I'm going to get the 9. There we go. So scales is the exact same as exotic. Okay. Brilliant. So scales and exotic are quite good. In which case I'm tempted to buy that one. Yeah, the gladiators takes 1 to 2 magnificent hides, and I do need a lot of magnificent hides. Currently, what's my purchase price of those? 69 is my purchase price. I think I've got one of them. I don't think I've got enough Draenor, Secrets of Draenor and Tailoring to get both of them. I'll have a check when I go over to Earthen. Probably worth a look in a minute, actually. Char-touched leather is the one you turn into exotic as well, isn't it? So if that's cheap enough, which at 66 silver would make exotic under... The gladiators goes for at least a few thousand, almost gombi. Oh, it's Panda, of course, Kosturk, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure what I got. I think I might have to do some more goat stuff. Yes. I don't know how many of those I got. If it's 3 plus K, it's not too much to buy up the Magnificence Hide for 130 a pop. Yes, I think it's definitely over 3K. Hey, Pointy Name, how's my flying going? It's going alright, thank you. It's getting close to those reputations being done, so I'm not too far off that. How much to buy this Shah touched leather for? 66. So 5 of those into 1 exotic would mean exotics are decent enough. Oh, I just caught that. Thank you, Kosturk. Yes, my Dalaran flying is awesome. Thank you very much. You know me getting Dalaran mixed up with Draenor. I didn't even spot it. That's how much I mix up the 2 words. I wouldn't have even caught that had Costo not mentioned it. I'm going to buy this Touched because I think that's cheaper than the exotic at 10. It would make sense to me. The Savage is hard to get. The Savage leather. So 9 gold seems quite good. I haven't got a lot of it. Maybe it's worth me picking up some more of that. 9 gold seems good. Buy some of that. Now that you mention it, Costo, I'll take your advice on these because I don't know which is going to be useful to me down the line. You need like 10,000 of it. Wow, okay. Well, we'll use Samadan's buying power to pick up a load. Alright, how many is that? 41 and 42. 50. Magnificent hide. I'm going to pick up some of these because I do like having them. Yeah, I'm going to pick up the 5. You've got 99, you've got 99% leatherworking on recipes. Wow, Pandalas, that's loads. Say leather to heavy, say leather, then turn in for pristine hide at this leather trainer. Or with heavy savage. Oh, you buy patterns with it. Okay, with the heavy savage. Right, you are. So I'm going to buy up this. I'm just buying randomly a few of these. Seem to have quite a lot. Raw beast hide we've got loads of. How can you see how many percentage you collected from patterns? Isn't it Akis recipe list? Does that tell you? I know I've got a lot of unlearned stuff, that's for sure. Right. Oh, loads of mail to pick up. Right, I'm just going to leave that running. Fill my bags up. That's not even complete. Okay. And I know the Crithun website is out of date, so that doesn't have any of the Legion stuff. It's the same with Restocking patterns. Borean leather to heavy Borean for either Arctic fur or patterns. Right, okay, thank you, Almost Combi. So there's definitely a lot we could do there. Let's do a reload. It's working out what the relationships are. I mean, they seem fairly standard. Oh, the Shadowy Mask isn't even on Akis. Right, okay, so it's not complete then. Is there anything that's complete, recipe-wise? I'm going to need a bigger real-time board, it seems. Just to get my head round all the different relationships. You use paper. That's also very good, Costo. Imagine how your desk looks. Yeah, I can. If it looks like my desk would look if I used paper. Just sold one of the Twink BOE again. Excellent pointy name. Bought for 8 and sold for 50. Lovely, nice bit of profit for that. Congratulations. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Grats on your profits there, pointy name. Now I think all of these should be in my mail to Earthen group. Because it's all in the leather. Let's do another reload. We're nearly there. Now that the load times are quicker, it's a lot easier to just go through this. And then I'll send them all over to Earthen, so he's got something to do. I don't think I've done all my daily cooldowns, actually, thinking about it. I don't think I've done tailoring. Just remembered. So whilst I'll get that lot sent in a minute. There we are. And then whilst that's loading, I'll quickly swap into my tailoring. Making 700 more bolts of linen cloth. Wow, that's loads. Hexweave cloth, make one of those. Secrets of Draenor tailoring, we've not got any sumptuous fur because we just used it on our hexweave cloth. Okay, celestial cloth, we need wind wool. Are we all out of wind wool? Bolt of wind wool. Yep, we're all... I've got 200 left of wind wool. You're being modded. Really? I got just like the regular mod turned on. That's strange. Apologies for that, Kostek. Right, send those whilst I'm standing here. Mail selected groups. Those are gone. Then we need to get some wind wool. Where's my wind wool? Wind wool! 199. Is that all I've got left? I'm going to need some more wind wool. It's a smart mod bot too. Did it work out how you were trying to spell something in alternate ways? Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We need wind wool. How much is it? One gold, 85. Bolts are quite cheap. Crafting cost is 493. Let's go back and look at our cloth again. Thank you, Commander Bond. I need to look at wind wool and wind wool cloth and look at the percentages. Oh, right, okay. I understand what you mean. Yes, basically anything that could be deemed as offensive, no matter what country you're in. It's kind of like the universal language now of offensive terms. So wind wool in both forms is more. So I'm going to go with the cheaper of the two. There's not a lot of it though. Okay, we'll do what we can with the wind wool we got. So we'll go to our regular one, bolt of wind wool cloth. Let's create all of these, make a load of these, and then we can do our Imperial, Celestial, and Gladiators. So you have to rethink that whole term. Behind is the solution, you guess. The server is behind. Nearly done. 4 more to go. what do we need to make? Celestial cloth. What do we get out of this? We get a fellweave cowl. Which one was it? Malevolent or dreadful? It was malevolent. Cue that one up. A 210 profit, not brilliant. Let's craft one. Is there a way to bolt faster? I don't think there is, Costa. I think you just got to suck it up. The same with Disenchanting. It'd be nice if there was like a loom or something like that you could go to where it happened quicker. That would be quite cool. Imperial silk. We need cuffs of accuracy. There we are. Cuffs of meditation, cuffs of prowess. That's a 980 profit. That's good. Make one of those. And then we can add those to our group. Professions. Tailoring. Gladiators tailoring. Add those two in. Done. And then I'll post those on. Auctioning. Post scan. Right, that daily was done. Enchanting daily was done. We need sumptuous fur though. What's it looking like here? Sumptuous fur. It's 4 gold 75. It's looking pricey. Always thought that the profession huts in Draenor garrisons should have given you a speed boost for crafting that profession inside them. That sounds a good idea, Commander Bonner. Yeah, I reckon something like that would have been really nice. Look at all this sumptuous fur. That's 4 gold 75. Maybe they didn't want to give us another reason to hang around to them. Yeah, they do seem to be not wanting to do... Yeah, in BFA you've got the gloves, haven't you? But it's more kind of, what can we do now? Is my average really 52 silver on sumptuous fur? Or we could hand them a huge pile of cloth and pick it up 24 hours later. Yeah, that would work. That'd be quite nice. Just put in like another work order. Please make this into bolts. Just having problems finding that auction, so let's go have a little swap over. Swap-a-rooney. Just going to pick up some to keep me in the money. And I'll buy some of those. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, putting a follower in there, the follower's doing something, isn't it? And that'll do. Better than running your PC for 24 hours. Yeah. Just basically mindlessly making loads and loads and loads of bolts. Anything that kind of speeds up something that really should be automated would be good. Making 2,500 magnificent hide was taking so long. Wow, 2,500. That's loads. Get the pleasure bot, as it's easy to get, and to a tailor equals more cloth for you on cooldown. I've not heard of that one, Almost Gombi. What's the pleasure bot? Notice a competitor who is on the other faction. Can't add him to your friends list now, so use a trial account to stalk him. Well, that's proper stalking category. That is Executioner. Needs to be done though sometimes. Well, Hearthstone's new expansion was announced, and the WoW tokens are going up. Oh wow, okay. What was the new expansion, Goblin Academy? It's a Wall of Draenor follower you can get for your Garrison. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that one up. Just want to know if he's online. Yeah, I think that's the Witchwood. That was the expansion, was it? Sounds interesting. Right. Dalaran. Were there any other world quests in Dalaran we needed to have a look at? Because I didn't check those. There's an invasion on, and so there's a 6 Bloods here, and there's a 6 Bloods here. So those two are worth doing. Let's go head over and do those. Taking our time through Samadan's routines today, but it's good. We've got some good chat going on today, which is really nice. Thanks ever so much, everyone, for stopping by. Lovely to have your company tonight. Gone through a lot of stuff early on with all setting up TSM operations, so I'm glad that was helpful. Now it's just a case of seeing if I can apply my knowledge in leatherworking. Which way shall I go? Let's do the Broken Shore one first. Going the wrong direction. There we are. Oh, we're on the thing. Oh, thank you, 10th Vongula. Very kind of you. Have I just picked up another? Oh, that was the Dalaran one. We didn't do that because of the silk weave. I'll probably get rid of that one. Where's the Dalaran one? There it is. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that one. Greetings, Ignis. How are you doing this evening? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hellish Scavengers. Oh, that's the... I know that one. That's over here. I can actually see it with my view distance set to 5. Thanks for the warning on the tokens. Yeah, if you're going to buy them, you have to wait for a little bit. Anything more? Found 4 groups. Join in. Get right in there. Did we get him? No, have to wait. It's busy here. Been able to get 2 before it got insane. Excellent, Costo. Get in there, definitely. Right, has he spawned? Oh, he just died again. I just need to wait for one more. What's this flying around here? Need to get Ryesh to spawn. Oh, ancient imbued silkweave armor. Excellent. Yeah, it's always a shame when the token prices go up through another game being on. There he is. Here's Ryesh. There we go, Ryesh is done. Oh, got Blood Hunter's Quarry. Go over this way. Do you. One more to collect. God, they respawn really quickly here. Actually, I'm going to use my flight whistle, and then I'm going to fly over. Where do we need to go next? Invasion land. Fly over there. Okay.
We are all that stands.
That's the nearest.
And annihilation.
That one's close enough.
Death.
Right, we'll hop over. Oh, stretch my legs out. Do a little bit of world quests, and then we'll go over to Walls of Draenor and get our Dalaran flying going. Yes, I did that on purpose, pointy name. What have we got? Council of Exarchs revered. Order of the Awakened, is it honoured? And Hand of the Prophet, is it honoured? 9,750. We're getting close. Might have to pick up a couple of medallions just to finish that off. Right, got to track this one. Kazrul. No problem, 10th Fongolo. Really help us be able to pause and play. No problem. I'm glad it's useful.
The Burning Legion advances on Azuna.
Oh, you could do the pleasure bot at the same time in Talador, can you, almost Gombe? So is it a complicated one? What do I need to do to be able to do the pleasure bot?
A target nears. Send this filth back to the nether.
Those, close this down. You go get a quest, kill some fish, and then it's yours. Oh really? Is it as cheap as that? Or as easy as that, rather? That sounds reasonable. I'll go have a look, see what quest I need for that. My quest log is looking quite full, so we'll have to see how that goes. Right, that's the Bloods. So far you bought 2,500 motes of harmony. Wow, that's loads. Hey, Tall Mist, thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing? How much gold am I at? Currently I am on 788,000 gold. I recently just purchased another WoW token. We were over 1 million earlier. Oh, wrong one. Garrison Hearthstone. Okay, we're going to pop over to the Garrison and have a look. See what we can do there. Okay, if you post a WoW head, no problem, almost Gombe. Oh, what did we sell? Sabermore Gloves of the Peerless. That must be one of Gundrop's one. I don't recognise that one. Okay, pleasure bot. Okay, in the comments. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got cramp in my foot. Hold on. There's an easy guide. The quest by Ziz Physics. Where's Ziz Physics? Let's have a look. Where's that? Oh, Talador there. I see. Okay. That could be doable. I'm not even sure if I did that one, because I have been doing Talador. Let's pick these up. And, oh, that's 52%, that's a shame. That's 100. That's all we got. You just started doing the quest for Legion Tailoring. Excellent, well good luck. The trickiest one for that, Tormis, for me, I didn't do all the quests, I still got a bit more to do. Oh, I've got a herb trader. For the golds, if you've got Enchanting, the best thing that goes with Tailoring is the rank 3 Silkweave Bracers, and then you can disenchant those bracers into Arcana and Leylight, but that's only if you've got Enchanting. I'm getting really good sales with the Silkweave Satchels at the moment. They've been quite good. And then mainly after that, it's a lot of old world recipes. I haven't really been selling any of the Legion things for a while. Herbs galore. We don't have all of these because they're not in our bank. So let's bring up our guild bank. Where is it? General. Mobile banking. There we go. The Silkweave Satchel, yeah. What old world recipes do I recommend? There's quite a lot of them, really. The Mooncloth Robe is a good one. I'd recommend that one. The tuxedos, all the shirts, those are good ones. I'm trying a few other bits and pieces, but I'm not getting good sales on my server. The Gladiator PvP, oh yes, Admiral's Hat, that's another one. If you can get the pattern for it, the rich purple silk shirt sells really well. But that's kind of like a more of a bespoke one. Starlight Rose, I need some of that. Fireweed. Dreamleaf we didn't need. There we go. The rank 2 storage house adds guild bank accents. Okay, thank you, Commander Bonds.
If it ain't here, it ain't nowhere.
Did we have enough? Yes, we did. 25 primal spirits.
You've come to the right spot, you have.
Alright, we need to sell the rest of these for primals. Oh yeah.
The only honest merchant's a Gilnean merchant.
So tuxedos, shirts, Admiral's Hat, White Bandits. I've not done the White Bandits one. That's a new one on me. Old PvP, Mr. Pandaria, definitely. What else sells well? Let's have a look in my group. So looking at my tailoring, Hydral Expedition bags, that's another good one. Hey, Right One Two, you watched the oh that one, Right One Two, yeah. I'm glad you liked that one, and thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm just going through what's good selling for tailoring. Cindercloth, Falling Blossom, and Gladiators. I haven't got any sales of these to be able to say whether they're good or not yet, but I'm hoping for some good sales on those. The Mooncloth Robe and the Shadowweave Mask are definitely good ones. Vicious, again, I don't know, I have enough data for that to know. Some Black Mage Weave sells quite well. What else have we got? Spirit Mend, the Mooncloth Robe, the Wedding Dresses, Tuxedo Bits. Those are the main things, really. Most don't do the old stuff, so you have a big market with very little competition. Good so far? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Right, let's do my things I need to do here. I'm going to switch my herbs back to random herbs. Ooh, 32. Oh, and nice dress shoes. Yeah, Costo mentioned those. I haven't got the pattern for those. Right, how do I switch this back? I think it's...
I have what you seek.
no, I don't need that. Oh, Immaculate Fibril actually sold. Oh, wow, that's going to be a big seller. Let's go with random.
Only the stars light.
I'll pick these up first. Then next time it'll be random because I've got loads of Gorgon Flytrap now. I'm going to switch this back to random and then I can use them with the herb trader more frequently. Seeing I can't buy them very cheaply. I'm going to pick those up, pick those up, pick those up. Do that. The stream's only showing in 720 source again. Oh, that's a weird one, right one too. It happened on Shin's the other night too. Everyone else's was fine. It must definitely be a Twitch thing. I know they were having problems. They occasionally have problems with things like that. Right. Can't walk through without hitting the sides. It's like a pinball machine. Yeah, it seems like it's random. It's a weird one though, isn't it? Does it really affect your viewing when it's 720? Is it based on like internet and phone speed?
Hey there.
What are you doing right out here? Have I got any rush work orders? Yes, I have. Look at that Hexweave. I need to use Shayra's thing that she posted about the price of Hexweave. That seems really good. Oh no, you're the wrong person I was following. Where have you gone? There you are, waiting outside. There you go, that's all of them done. Need more sumptuous fur, which means I really need my flying. Alright, okay, let's see if we can find this person we were talking about in Talador, wasn't it? The refuge, let's go there. Welcome back, Shin. How are you doing tonight? Oh, it's starting to lag now as well. Oh, that's a shame. It's currently green on OBS, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just temporary. Or it's the TSM application slowing things down. How was your food, Shin? Was it tasty? What did you have? Firstly, it sucks the life out of you doing anything else, because mostly you run on 480 when doing 2 wows, and if you'll use 720, okay, right, 1, 2, yeah, that makes sense if you've got several things running in. Right, it was up this end, I believe. Let's look at that. Who is the person? Ziz Ficus. You're up the top end. Let's go have a look. Ziz Ficus, wherever you may be. Up this way. Oh, I've got treasure we can think about as well. What's that? Light bearer. That's an elite of some kind, I imagine. Oh, press the wrong button. Back on my horsey. Let's open up our objectives. I think I did a quest here. I think I've done the questing area. I remember doing something here. Yeah, I did the one with this person, with the seer, but maybe, it's a different one, maybe it's a bit further up. I could have missed this one. There we are. Right, here you go. No, that's Turban Zap Blast. Hammertooth? Where's Hammertooth? Don't see you. Alright, we'll close that down. Indian full works. Oh, that's awesome shit. Makes me jealous now. Where's Zizfikis? He should be up here somewhere. Labouring Oath. That was him. Oh, am I running past things again? You think it's a treasure? Ah, right. Oh, there we go. Barrel of fish here. Take that. So Torben Zap Blast. This the person I want. Ah, there it is. That's Zap Blast bot. Right, okay.
Honored, I'm sure.
Ah, there's the pleasure bot. Ah, okay, I see. Clear, low level. Could you get me the sacks from electric eels? Collect 6 Zapper sacks.
Very well then.
Yep, we can do that. Okay. Electric eels. Who is these ones? Let's go get this one. Hey Sleepy, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. How's your day starting off alright? Well, how's your Tuesday starting off rather, isn't it? Go back, do that, do that. You have a problem, you want your ideas, okay? No problem, Sleepy. Fire away. Ooh, what's that? That's Hammercop. Ooh, excellent. Scaled Raven Beast Vest. That's 3. Got another one. Another couple. You're doing a pet farm with Extoria and you now have 4,000 linen and wool cloth. What on earth can be done with it besides auction housing it? Or bags and shirts. I think that's pretty much it. If you're going to auction house it though, I'd say convert it into bolts first. At least that way you'll be able to mark up the price a little bit more. Other than that, I'm not sure. Those are the main ones that I can think of. Oh, lost my feather there. There we go. The bolts idea is a good one. Okay, no problem. Your tail has some work ahead. Yeah, definitely. Takes a while. Oh yeah, that's another point almost combi. Good suggestion. Craft it and then disenchant it. There we go. Zapper sack done. There we are. You just exported your sales on your level 42 tailor and you sold 222 auctions and had a turnover of 14,790. That's pretty respectable, Costo.
Good day to you.
Zapper sack done.
Alright, you then.
Oh, there we go. Command unrecognized will only accept commands from owner Samadan. Whoops. I've had it, Samadan. You can have him. I'm going back to tank building from here on. Right, what do we do with our pleasure bot then? Ah, good evening, Pineik. How are you doing this fine evening? Hope you're well. Directive. Okay, so, oh, tailoring. Offers a variety of tailoring benefits when assigned to the Tailoring Emporium and increases success chance of tailoring missions. Ooh, this does sound good. So it's just tailoring really, that's the main one, is it? Hey, look at that. Excellent. So I need to add him to my tailoring emporium. Awesome. Thank you, Right Gombi. That's really, really handy. Make my follower in the tailoring building. Awesome. Me likey, muchly. Extra XP for output is most definitely appreciated. Right, flight path down the other end. Oh, dang it. Press the wrong button. There we go. I quite like the quest that it had here where you went into the spirit realm and you went to rescue the person that needed killing over here. But what I thought would have been really, really nice... Oh, I need a rank 2. Oh, I might not have upgraded that. I think I might have done though. Not sure. Let me double check. What's this? That's a trash island. That's a light bearer. Right, flight. It would have been really nice after that quest, when finishing it, is to have all the spirits suddenly start heading towards the quest giver, and then you had to fight them off from the spirit realm. You did tell me to get a level 3 hut. I think you did. I might have it. I might have it. Oh, I can't quite port back anyway, so let's fly back. Oh, just stretch my legs out whilst I'm flying. Oh, did I miss something on the track thing about CSVs? You need to do exports, but they come out in notepads. Do you need to then take that and export to a spreadsheet? You're guessing a step. Oh yes, the CSV thing, right, okay, and execution has got it. CSV is comma separated value. So you import it into your spreadsheet and it should pick up that it's comma separated and import it and format it correctly. Sorry, I missed that one earlier. Have I missed any other ones? Let me just check my chat. Said hello to Piniac. Did anyone else come in? Well, if I've missed anyone coming in that's been in, I do apologise. You mail it to yourself, that file, to have it added to your Excel online. Oh, that's an idea of using it. I don't use Excel online. Tailoring Emporium. We need to go back to the Garrison building, don't we? Yeah. In Notepad, you're like, yeah, that's going to be really confusing. You'd have to be a real coding expert to be able to do that. Oh, we have got a few more of these we can
What have we here?
sell. That one. Any more? Yeah. Right, so I'll pick up the primals whilst we're here. I'm not going to pay 110 a year to use Excel. With the Windows, yep, you can choose the right open click. I use LibreOffice. It used to be called OpenOffice, but I use the free version of Excel. I find it does everything I want to do. Tailoring Emporium, level 3. So we've got Ingrid already assigned. So it offers a variety of tailoring benefits. So how do we know which is good? Yeah, there are free ones. Fire. Oh, it's so mean, Costa. How do I know that my bot is better? Yes, LibreOffice is awesome. Yeah, that's the one I use. I've got actually the old version of OpenOffice on this PC. I haven't updated it, but on another PC I did update it to LibreOffice. Sorry, I'm going to add someone else in. The pleasure bot. Tailoring benefits when assigned to the tailoring program. So it doesn't tell you in the tooltip there's a difference. I mean, she's been doing amazingly, doing all my hex weave. How do you know that this is better than Ingrid? Because there's nothing in the tooltip to tell you otherwise. Oh, you don't believe there is a difference? Because Ingrid says offers a variety of tailoring benefits when assigned to the Tailoring Emporium and increases success chance on tailoring missions. And this guy offers a variety of tailoring benefits. Yeah, in the traits they both read the same. Increases success chance on tailoring missions when assigned to the Tailoring Emporium. So she's got more traits though. She's got Humanist and Mountaineer. Whereas the Pleasure Bot has more. Okay. Well, we've got another one, which is cool. We could level this one up, because they level up quite well in the Tailoring Emporium. Or I could put Ingrid back in and level up the Pleasure Bot by other means, and then put him in the Tailoring Emporium. And then I've got Ingrid to do other things. No worries, Commander Bond. It's always handy to have extra variety, though. So add you back in for now, and we'll send the Pleasure Bot on some missions to level up. Some XP missions, maybe. Let's just fill up the XP missions with everyone. Has he been on one yet? No. There he is, he's on this one. There we go. There we go. That's done. That's done. That's done. So let's go do a little bit of daily Draenor flying. Got it right that time. So, Lion's Watch. Now going to export it from your main server. Wonder how many rows of data it can handle. Oh god, Costo, that's going to be huge. The amount of stuff it sounds like you do on your main server. Be a nice way of having a look at what you do though, in terms of like just reflecting on what's been a good seller and what kind of money you made. I might think about that for my my monthly summaries. I might export my data and see what it looks like in the spreadsheet. Us goblins do love a good spreadsheet. We're running low on treasures to find. That's not that one. That one. So what am I going to do? Am I going to have to just do elites after I've done treasures? Oh, it exports as coppers, so you have to like take 4 decimal places in. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? I guess do all the calculations in coppers and then do the final divisions at your end summary that you want. I can't remember what I did. You never work with spreadsheets. I don't think well, if it was a small amount of data, I'd do it manually. Take off the last 4 decimal places. But maybe there's a function, I don't know if there is though, to change it. I mean, divide them all by 1,000. Need to be closer. Unseen influence. I'm just going to focus on these two for now.
Pleased to meet you.
Don't want to spend too much time doing these. Oh, seems to be going a little laggy. Let's put my frame rate on. Maybe it's because it's raining. Goes a bit laggy in the rain with all these particles. Handy notes, Legion treasures. That will show you where they all are. Yeah, I've got handy notes on right one too. It's got the last few I haven't picked up here, but it's just a question of picking them all up. Should I be going down here? Yeah, let's go down this way. It's the quickest way. What have we got? Demons slain. That's going to be the interesting one. We'll do the 3 summonable people in Tanan Jungle. They're the ones that can give us the 6 crystals. You're getting snow here. Wow. Yeah, we're all done with snow in the UK. It's just had rain now. Have I got any of these on me? I've got one in the bank, which is no use to me. One in the bank. Okay, there you go. That's three bought. So you can see your spreadsheet program when you right click the exported file and go to open with. That should be the easiest way. Otherwise, which program would you use to view the spreadsheet? Oh, Rendar's been challenged already. Excellent, Dark Bear. That sounds like a good combination for sure. You live in the southern US. You're not supposed to see a lot of the white stuff. No, I wouldn't expect that at all. Right, artifact power. Oh, resurrect one nearby party member. That's interesting. Artifact power. Right, which one can we do? Can't do a major one yet. Come on, we can do it. Wait for the timer. Oh, someone's coming in. Oh, we're both doing it at the same time. Oh, two of them at once. That's funny. Okay, see if we can do a different one. What was that? That was Akiro and that was Rendar. I can't remember which is the next one I want. I think it's Prime. Let's try that. Still waiting for the desktop app to open. It's like hung or something. Or if it's a big file, then maybe it's taking a while to import everything. Always deleted after 45 days due to lag. So there's not a massive amount of history. Could you just open your spreadsheet of choice and go file either import or file open and pick the .csv file? That's what I normally do, rather than using the right click open with. You just want to see, oh yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully you can get it open though. Right, that's the 6 I wanted. Might as well pick up a few things. What do we think? Oh, there's none in here. I'll go up and over. Oh, there's a couple here. I'll get you whilst you're here. There we are. Yeah, hopefully we'll get it to work. Demons right up the top. There's also some here. But I'll do the big area, because that's quite busy anyway. Take care, Commander Bond. Thanks ever so much for stopping by the stream. I hope you have a great evening. Oh, that put 4 notepads on the desktop. Oops, right one too. Is there a way of just having the one, perhaps? Go around this way. Ignore these. Stop biting my horse's toes. Yeah. I'll go up this way and to the right, and then I'll go round, and then I'll go up. Just the sales, purchases, income and expenses. Okay, could be interesting to see what they are though. North. There we go, we want to go north. Ah, right, there's 4 of each, is they export separately. Yeah, it's not something I've done myself. I don't know how it works. Oh, I'm heading up here, aren't I? I hate going up here. Let's go check that first. Let's see if I can keep an eye on the stream chat and drive. Okay. There we go. Apologies for that. Whoa, how much? That's a lot, Kosturk. $149 million. But it's still in copper, not in golds. Okay, so that's 149,000 gold. Oops, jungle stalker. Where's that gone? Where's those demons? I'll do you. Oh, I don't want to go down there. So I can get 3 in one go. And then we'll go, where's me horsey? Oh, he's evaded. Wait till I have to go out of combat. Yeah, what's the normal? I don't know. Depends what you want to see, I guess. That would make sense. Alright, we've got to go up the hill, up the big hill. Get rid of that one. There's no treasure nearby apart from that one, which I need something for. What was that? Howling Greatsword of the Peerless. The mining node. There's another dude here. Don't need to bother with you because you're not demons. And then we're going to go and have a look. Frame rate looks alright at the moment. So we'll carry on up the hill. Get, how many more demons do we need? We need 15 demons. Annoyingly large amount. Oh, just got in there for that one. There's another demon. There's 2 of them. Let's go right amongst the middle of them. I'm going to get that one that's over there. You're done. And then head on up. Oh, fell sparks up, apparently. Demons, demons. Where's that? Fellspark supposed to be over there. Fellspark is not that one. Fellspark will be dead from those guys killing him. Yeah, that. No luck, right one too. Have you got your spreadsheet open? Have you been able to get Go file open from there? Oh, so it's pretty much just raw data unless you can actually get it to do the data maths using the sum command. That's usually the way. Oh god, look at all these. Oh, they died quickly. We've got some of them slain at least. Oh, that one's gone. You've got Google Doc and upload and drag the notepad over it into a new sheet. Okay, so you get them in, okay. Yeah, you ran too far away. But then if it doesn't add them up, then you're going to have to maybe select the column underneath it and get it to add them all up using the sum thing. You selected auto detect instead of comma. Yeah, I think auto detect should recognize it. I wonder if it finds too many extra characters in it and then adds it from there. Looks like something's going on up here. Yep, you're dying. Let's do you. Oh, yeah, that was an easy one. Any others here that have been killed? Yep, they're all dead. What's that up there? Well, that's handy. Just need one more. Hadn't spotted that one. Right, we'll go round. So we need one more Apexis crystal. Hopefully we can pick that up from somewhere. These guys should be doable. There you go. Try importing yours and see what you get. Yeah, I don't know what mine looks like on import. I've never really used it. But I kind of think it's the same principle you'd have importing any sort of data. I remember doing the whole TSM database. That was kind of similar. Then having to like get the figures I wanted out of it was a bit more tricky. 2 more to go. And 1 more oh, here we go. You two guys. Got a nice design on these. I like their dreadlocks. You got more than yesterday, but yeah. Now you're broke. Okay, right, where we need... Complete the event by killing mob waves. Don't think we're going to get any elites to spawn if lots of people are coming round. So... let's have a look. I wonder if I can find mine. Leap of faith. Results. That one I can't do. I need 1 more. I need an elite of some kind. Steel snout. That could be useful. What if I do this and that again? Yep, that worked. No problem, Shin. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Do I do that one? I'll do this one whilst we're here. Oh, we've got sumptuous fur from you. That's good. I think you're over here somewhere, this potential elite. For some reason I've got a feeling you're going to be over here because it's a less common area. I may be wrong. So that's supposed to be the sales. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those last numbers make me think it's 4,894,000. Taking the last 4 digits off. Right, you're supposed to be here, but you're not. That's fine. Let's go find another elite. Well, what's that treasure there? Loot gold, trash item, first floor northeast tower. Well, as we're nearly here, let's have a look at that. Got to get past that bit first, which we can't. So I'll go round and do this. I'll go around the other side. Just want the one Apexis crystal. All this running around just for the one is kind of frustrating. Can't imagine doing this during the actual expansion. No, that's not going to help. I'm going to go round. I'm going to have to go all the way round, it looks like. Up here. Round all of this lot. And then we're going to go past the orcs, the horde area, then south. Long way round. The long way round. I don't know if it's 45 days or 30 days. No problem, right one too. I think it's kind of like just a mass of numbers that makes it very difficult to filter out the information you might want. Yeah, spreadsheets are a fickle beast. Yeah, I never export them myself. I just use the TSM summary. Right, I want to go across here, so I'm going to go along here. Ooh, I'm stuck on something. Oh, ouch, that's a bit painful. I'm stuck on a spike. Don't mind me running through. Where's the north bit we need? Just after here, on the left. So we go along here. Hey Geoheb, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. How's your day been today? Down here. Where are you? It said in the notes, northeast tower. So one would think that's over here. Look, I saw it flash. There we go, last one. Da 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 da. Yeah, you got them all. Lazy Gold Farmer did some spreadsheets. Haven't used them yourself, so can't say how they work. Ah, right. The time is given in timestamps, which makes it hard to filter. You're not that old, but my god, pen and paper do work just fine. Yeah, definitely. Blizz made it better in Legion, but the Wardens were a pain. Yeah, that is true. There we go, sorry, I caught up on chat now. Apologies whilst I was running everywhere. I've got my two hand-ins now, so I'm going to head back and then we can go have a look at what's next in our list of things to do. It'd be nice to start on the quest lines, finish those off. looking forward to doing those next with all of the Draenor stuff anyway. It's just so gloomy, this area, isn't it? It's a bit like Broken Shore. When you made your spreadsheet up, you made it so you can pop in the amount and figure out the profit, because at the time you were doing a lot of farming. Oops. Yeah, I think it's a question of if you can get the spreadsheet to work for you and give you the numbers you need. I did that right at the beginning when I was doing my enchanting. I had a spreadsheet to calculate my profits and losses before I'd gotten into TSM and the operations, and I used that spreadsheet just to calculate what I thought things would, what they should be. But now you buy it from the auction house, you have to change it. Yeah, you do have to adapt it once you change your methods. Started one long ago for the class hall gold calculations. Okay, you'd put in the numbers and add them up with your calculator and input the totals. Hey, if it works, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unseen influence. Pick that up. And this one. Pick that one up. So how are we doing on reputation now? Which were those two? I didn't actually look at them. That's Hand of the Prophet and Order of Awakened. Hand of the Prophet and Order of the Awakened. That's very close now, Order of the Awakened. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Yeah, you might as well write it all down. Hey, Rom Kako, I think I can't get the rest of your name, but sorry for butchering it. Thanks ever so much for stopping by the stream. How are you doing today? TSM Talks reminds me that you need to go figure out how you can get Enchant's Legion to post as undercut and not 2k above. I guess, could you do like a manual price, Dark Bear? If you've got a fixed price in mind. Yeah, those were really good. Right one too. Those operations for Hexweave bags. Did they not work in 3? I wasn't sure whether it used anything unique to TSM4. No worries, Almost Gombi. Come back soon, hopefully. As I'm done here, I'm gonna hearth back to the auction house. I want some tea. Yeah, it's a bit late in the day for me to be having tea. I'll just stick to my water for now. Right. Oh, it's the if get. Right, okay. I can make you some if you'll be my wife. And for the life of you can't write strings either. I try and keep my strings as simple as possible. I'll strip out anything I don't know or understand and just put in the things that I do know. And that's served me okay so far. Right, all this junk we need to get rid of. And what else have we got? Oh, we've got a Blood Hunter's Quarry, you can do that. Ooh, what was that? 5 Bloods of Sir Garrison. You're doing it manually right now, and it's just re-imported Shays, and it wants to post the enchants for 3 to 4k when it will sell for 2,100. You craft 2 legendaries. Excellent. They should get you some good profits, Rom Kako. On the main, it's 2,600 in auction house sales. When you do simple, you wind up spelling wrong. Not my wife, Pointy Gnome. My wife is amazing. She's the one that helps me with my spending habits. Okay, I think we're okay with Samadan. I'm not going to do a cancel scan with your stuff as it is. I'm going to leave that as it is. Tell that to Shayra. Very resourceful and stingy. Yeah, I think there's basically there's a time and a place for spending money, and if there's a way of doing it cost effectively, then I'll definitely do that in preference. It depends around on the psychology of why you're spending the money, really. Are you doing it to make you feel better, or are you doing it because that's something you genuinely want? And if you can get around that, then you'll only buy the things that are particularly necessary or useful to you. Right, let's log out. And we're going to go over to Earth and just do his daily cooldowns. Make sure those are done. Maybe get some Drums of Fury back on because we sold some. And then my family will be back in a little while. Oh, what's that one? 571,000 cost her. That's nice. That's a good amount. This isn't helping you much, to be honest. Yeah, but you're putting some great numbers in the stream, Kostok, so it's good to read them out. Use it up, wear it out, no need to replace unless it's broken, or if you can't fix it. Absolutely right one too, that makes sense to me. That's revenue turnover in the last 30 days. That's why you just hit the big delete button. I tend to use the ledger in TSM for just working out what what my sales have been, like the summary. There's a thread on Reddit about gold making streamers. Okay. Absolutely. No problem, Sleepy. That's very kind of you. Not profit. No. The only profit you have at the bottom is the like this one at the bottom that says last 7 days profit. For me is 35,000. And then so that's daily 5,000 profit a day, which is down on my last 30 days, which was 6,700. So I'm actually making less gold, and I'm making less gold than I did of all time. So I need to up my gold making. Multiple items from Samadan. That'll be all the leather and things. So what can you make, Earthen? You need to restock on a few things. Let's have a look. WoW interface. Burnished leather. I'll make one of those. Secrets of Draenor leatherworking. We'll make one of those. Magnificent. The exotic leather is now... Mat cost is 287, which is what we bought it for, yeah. We could do exotic leather from the Shah touched leather. That crafting cost is... It's saying minus 3 gold 94 based on my purchase price, interestingly. Well, I'll need to make my magnificence of leather anyway, so let's create that. And that gives us a chain helm, Dreadful Gladiator's chain helm. Chain helm, Dreadful Gladiator's chain helm. Let's do that. Do that. And then we make... That's on the same one. Hardened Magnificent Hide is the next one. And that gives us Dragonhide Gloves. Dragonhide Gloves. There we go. which is 7,000 profit. Oh, you never tell. But it's high pop, top 5 ally. Your profit's at 22,000 a day. That's nice, Kosturk. Isn't that turnover? No, I don't think so in terms of the summary, because you've got where is it? Ledger summary. So in the ledger you've got sales, and then you've got purchases at sales and other income, or both the in amounts. Take away the purchases and expenses, which leaves you with your balance at the end, which is how I look at it. And then you can filter it by character. So I've looked in the last 7 days, 5,000. So my sales are 214,000. So yeah, I'm definitely low on the gold making stakes, because 5,000 a day is over 30 days. Is only 150,000 gold, which is not going to get me my WoW token. I need to stop spending. Absolutely, that's the thing. Oh, thank you, Ruko, for the follow. Very kind of you. I think I need to stop buying chaos crystals. That's my biggest problem. I'm doing a lot of shopping of various bits and stocking up, but I'm not actually diversifying enough, and my enchanting sales have really fallen off. So yeah, I'm definitely not optimizing my sales. I need to give it a revisit. I'd like to go into some new markets, that's the main thing. Groups, we want tailoring, restocks, not tailoring, leatherworking. Leatherworking, restocks. 40 drums of fury. Right, let's do those. TSM4 still doesn't support bank crafting. No, Ruku. I think it just causes the TSM application too many problems. So I know you can do it in TSM3, but in TSM4, no, they've kept it out for the moment. I'm not sure if they'll even whether they'll even put it back in. Your total sale a day is about 100k, could be higher, but you got tired of battle pet arbitrage. Yeah, 100k is pretty good. Give painting lessons for the price of 1 token. That's a good idea, Pointy Gnome. I haven't painted in years. I do mainly sketching these days with pencil. I do like a bit of oil paint though. It is nice. Nice medium to work in. The last thing I painted though was a picture of a lion about 20 years ago. You spent 60k on bacon. Well, that's one big sandwich, Kosturk. Would be tasty, that's for sure though. How long am I streaming for? I'm actually going to be wrapping it up in a minute, right one too. I'm pretty much done here, and my family is due back in about 10 minutes time. I'm just going to put my auctions on. That one, run post scan. And that's going to be pretty much it for me for the moment. So whilst that's scanning, you sold for 500,000 lavish through my feast. Ooh. No problem, right one too. Always a pleasure. It's a pleasure having all your company. Right, I think you're done. So, right, let's have a look. Let's see if there's anyone on. The only person I can see on is Extoria, who does some chilled gold farming stuff. Battle Pet. Extoria's the Battle Pet master when it comes to trading, and very chilled out. So what I'll do is I'll throw a host over to Extoria. Bacon's connected to the feast. Yes, it is, Costa. You do need some of it for that. Right, so that pretty much wraps up my evening. Thank you everyone for your company. It's been amazing. So I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I hope you can get some good sales tonight. Next stream is on... When is it on? Let me look at this. It's on tomorrow. Well, I'm going to do a couple of hours of leveling with my son first, 8 till about 10 GMT, and then after that, from 10 till about 1, we're going to do... Oh, what's that? Okay. So then we're going to do some gold making after I've done some leveling with my son. So we're going to be around for quite a while tomorrow night. So it'd be lovely to have you stop by. If you don't catch it, you can always catch my VODs either on YouTube or on Twitch. And that's about it, really. So thanks ever so much, everyone. Thank you for your company. And I'll see you next time. Let's throw a host over to Extoria. /host Extoria. There we go. Right. Have a great evening, and I'll see you later. Good night and farewell.